Alright, and 3, 2, 1. Look at that, there's a boat going through the swing bridge. Cool. No trains this time, but a boat did just go through. Today we're looking at the GKU D600. I wanted to review this camera a little bit longer term before putting some final thoughts into it, but for now this is just a sample footage video, kind of similar to I had with the previous camera, the Hawkeye U1. The GKU D600 is in the super budget range though, so that's why I wanted to test it a little bit longer term, make sure it holds up over time. For now, here's some samples from this camera, the 4K-ish front camera and the 1080p rear camera also facing forward. Hopefully we can read these license plates on the oncoming cars. That would be pretty important for a 4K camera. And yeah, we'll see how the video quality is overall. When it comes to these super inexpensive cameras, I like to have more time with them before putting in my final thoughts. This GKU D600, they say it's 4K, but I'm a little bit skeptical. The video quality from my first initial samples is pretty good, but they are recorded in a .ts file instead of .mov or .mp4. Not really sure why that is. The .ts files are a little bit harder to work with. I do have to convert them similar to H.265 video, and that results in a little bit lesser quality on the YouTube than what I see in real life. Anyways, enjoy some sample footage from this camera, and let me know in the comments if you think this is real 4K. Keen to see your... So we just merged onto the Night Street Bridge, which is a different bridge than normal. Fun, exciting, wow. Both the normal routes that I would take to drive are full of traffic, so we're taking an alternative route, which is apparently not as full of traffic, but still has some traffic. Nice thing about this bridge though is it gives us a real good view of the mountains in the background. There's lots of cars passing us at speed, so we can look at some license plates. It's a good test overall for the camera. We're also facing away from the sun, so you're not going to get any of those ugly dashboard reflections. Yeah. I haven't actually looked at the rear camera yet, so I'm not sure how that quality is going to be. If you're watching it, this is the rear camera's quality, but in reverse, because I'm going to the front. This area of the city is called River District. It's all a lot of newer apartments. Big density area at the bottom of what is frankly the middle of nowhere for transit accessibility. So we're doing that. We are not sitting in this traffic. We are going to go all the way around. This traffic hasn't moved in a couple minutes. And that truck is on the f***ing train tracks. My goodness. I don't usually use swear words, but no bad. Oh my goodness. Mustard station. Turns out this is the way I should have gone the first time. That was a lot of traffic and I'm not really sure why it was there. Also, a big semi-truck parked on the train tracks, stopped in traffic with no way to move forward or backwards. Not good. Alright, we're on the Patella Bridge, just crossing into Surrey. And it's not quite low light yet, it's sunset, past sunset, so pretty dark, but not totally dark. My headlights are on, most cars around us too. But yeah, this is what it looks like at 5 o'clock p.m. Oh, it's not even 5 o'clock p.m., it's 4:42. Jeepers. But yeah, this is what it looks like at 5 o'clock p.m. Oh, it's It's not even 5 o'clock p.m., it's 4:42. Jeepers. Right, it is nighttime, and it is fully dark out now. We're crossing the Patello Bridge, and as you can see, they've half closed one of the lanes. This is to prevent people from doing dumb things and speeding across the center lane of this bridge and causing car accidents. They do this every single night, and it honestly makes sense. Most of the big trucks anyways are kind of driving in the middle of the two lanes, so making it one lane in either direction when there's no traffic really kind of calms things down. On our right, we got the construction of the new Patello Bridge, which will still apparently be two lanes in each direction. On the left, we've got our SkyTrain Bridge, and in front of us, we have a license plate. It's not a white license plate. It's one of the, I think those are the animal special ones. Park special. That would be it. But yeah, here we are on the Patello Bridge, crossing late at night, and it is totally dark out now. Traffic is pretty heavy, despite the fact that they have reduced this to one lane in either direction, like they do every night. I think that this bridge is going to be closed pretty soon for a couple days due to the construction of the new bridge. I am not sure, but yeah, this is a night sample footage from the D600 Dashcam. So we're crossing a bridge, and that means it's time for a Dashcam audio test. This is the Patello Bridge, and this time we're going from New Westminster into Surrey. A little bit different than usual. Off to the left you can see the new Patello Bridge. It's been featured in most of my recent Dashcam videos, and those towers are getting higher every single day. Hopefully it'll be open on time and relieve some of the oldness of this bridge. This bridge is incredibly sketchy to drive. A lot of vehicles are too wide. And if I had the rear camera enabled right now, you'd be able to see there's a truck behind me straddling the center line with his four-way flashers on, just because it's not exactly possible to fit in the lanes with an ordinary vehicle. If I had a big truck, I'd do that too. Anyways, my vehicle isn't particularly ordinary, it's pretty small, so I fit in the lanes just fine. And yeah, look at those beautiful autumn colors. We got real nice blue sky, some deep clouds in the distance. And throughout this test, we've been going between 50 and 60 kilometers per hour, so there's not a ton of road noise. This is kind of like what it would be like to drive in a city, I guess, versus highway, which is a lot louder. Anyways, GKU Dashcam audio test.